Hello YouTube, it's Griffinlobster. How's your day going? Mine's doing pretty well so far. I didn't wake up, I woke up just a little bit ago. But that's what you're allowed to do on a Saturday, you're allowed to sleep in. So, got a couple things, no, it was one thing to hit on mostly. First of all, sorry about the audio being off sync last video. That was pretty disgusting, unintentional obviously. It's just that Windows Movie Maker can be sometimes kind of an asshole. That's what I think. So I thought it looked off sync. I looked on sync when I made it, but then when I published it, I didn't really look at it a second time, and then I put it on YouTube without thinking about it. But sorry about that. Hope that didn't make it too unbearable for you. That's all. That's all I have to say. Let's just go on to 3 more games in my top 10. After this, just 3 more. We'll start with number 6. This game is definitely the newest game in the top 10. And, you know, there is something to be said for classic games, but this game blew my mind in its inventive creativity and its total intuitiveness. This game is Portal. That game came out for Windows and Xbox 360 as part of the Orange Box on October 9th, 2007. Then it came out as part of the Orange Box on PS3, December 11th, 2007. And then it was a standalone release for Windows on April 9th, 2008. Also, if anybody guessed the Orange Box, I read it as Portal. And if you think that's unfair, well, maybe you're just jealous because you didn't think of it. So, if you guessed the Orange Box, I counted that guess as Portal and put it wherever it was in your in your guesses. Okay, Portal. Let's go on to the actual game. This game is like 3 hours long at best, just going straight through. But it is some of the most rewarding 3 hours that you'll ever spend gaming. It's so much fun. The general idea, for those of you who don't know, is you have a gun that makes portals. You go in the blue portal, you come out the orange portal. You go in the orange portal, you come out the blue portal. And that's like your puzzle element throughout the game. Obviously, you can pick up stuff and put it on the buttons, and that's another thing. But the gameplay element in and of itself is so inventive, and you wonder how long it took them to program it, because it's such a new concept. And you look through a portal and you can see where you're going to go, no matter where you put it. It's such a neat. The engine must have been really hard to do. I don't know. And it never ceases to be so much fun. It keeps you thinking, keeps your brain active, and it's just an awesome experience. And obviously it's only 3 hours long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. I think that's a good thing. Maybe a couple more hours maybe would have been nice, but it's just all the way through. It just flies by because you're having such a good time trying to come up with a solution for this. Even if you're just playing around with the portal mechanics, it's so much fun. And if that's not good enough, atmosphere is added by the snarky, very dark, comedic GLaDOS, who's this operating system computer who's briefing you through these test chambers, and turns out to be, I'm not going to reveal anything for you if you haven't played it, but she turns out to be not such a good influence after all. And it's hilarious, it's a lot of fun, which I think are two, if a game's funny and fun, that's like 2 things that I absolutely love. And Portal is an experience that every gamer must go through, so absolutely go check out Portal if you haven't yet. So there you go, number 6. Alright, number 5. This game is the first game that I ever lost track of time playing. It's Resident Evil 4. It came out for Nintendo GameCube, January 11th, 2005. Then it came out for the PS2 on October 25th, 2005. Then it came out for Windows on May 15th, 2007. Resident Evil 4 is just straightforward and awesome game. It has a very inventive story, beautiful graphics. As far as you can throw around the word beautiful. You're fighting these hideous monsters some of the time, but it just looks so detailed, especially for a GameCube game. For last generation, it still looks like a really nice game. And so, awesome story, awesome graphics. The characters are enthralling, and you're interested in all of them. They all have their own personalities. And the gameplay. The gameplay is what sets this game apart from all the other Resident Evil games and all the other, shooters, I guess. It is my favorite shooter on this list. Give some stuff away. Sorry. But it is. The game is spot on. It's such a huge improvement over the clunky, doughy controls of the previous Resident Evil game. It's for those of you who don't know, it's over the shoulder, and all your guns have like a laser sight, and you hit one gun to pull up your gun, and then while you're squeezing the trigger, I think you hit A, and that shoots, and then B reloads or something like that. And it's so smooth, and it's just like the perfect balance of speed and accuracy to not being fast. It keeps you like going. It's intense. It's supposed to be a survival horror game, and it serves as its purpose amazingly. I'm a big fan of the survival horror genre, and this game is the best survival horror game. And then after you beat the amazing, epic, huge story, there's even more content to unlock. There's the Mercenaries mode, which is like the arcade shoot 'em up, which you try to get the most points before the helicopter arrives and try not to die, obviously. And then there's this little mini narrative called Assignment Ada, and there's bonus content. I think the only thing that could make this game better would be the implementation of co-op or multiplayer. And Resident Evil 5, you haven't checked out the demo yet, has co-op, and it feels like Resident Evil 4. A nice, polished Resident Evil 4. You absolutely have to check out Resident Evil 4. It is so amazing. Please do yourself a favor and play that game. Okay, and finally on today's video, number 4, is Chrono Trigger. That game came out on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, August 22nd, 1995. Then it came out on PlayStation. I didn't know it came out on that. June 29th, 2001, and then it came out on DS November 25th, 2008. That release just came out, and I've been playing that on my DS. Chrono Trigger is widely regarded as one of the greatest games of all time. And it did a lot of things for games. I mean, it's the general JRPG formula, but it added so much so early. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a huge game with epic storyline. It's time travel. I like time travel. I think that's a fun idea. And the characters are awesome. The gameplay, although basically when you play an RPG, you have to commit yourself to one battle style for that whole game. That's just how it's going to be. But it never ceases to be fun. I just don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's the active time battle system, and it's just awesome, and it has the game has multiple endings, which was like one of the first games ever to do that, which makes it revolutionary in and of its own right. And it has really detailed graphics, especially for like Super Nintendo. You're like, wow, this is a really good looking game. And all that stuff culminates to create one of the greatest experiences, but then there's like an icing on top. This game has the best soundtrack out of any game I've yet to play. This game has song after musical masterpiece, even though it's in that like quasi good sounding Super Nintendo 16-bit music. It still sounds awesome and gets you into the mood to play the game. The songs are just so good, and that's all I have. Speaking of songs, going back to Portal, the song at the end of Portal is amazing. Maybe I'll put that in at the end. But yeah, Chrono Trigger is such a good game. Man, whatever happened to Squaresoft and Nintendo being buds? That was an epic union, and they just broke it off. Tear. Well, that's all I have. That's just the 3 games for this list. Just 3 left. And then you're going to find out who won this silly contest. I'll also announce prizes next video. Okay. That's all I have. I've been Griffinlobster. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. I don't know. I got nothing else. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.